than what we're doing now at the border.
She acknowledges it's overwhelmed, but
Sure.
won't fund a solution.
Of course, they didn't do that a few months ago when the president said that there was a crisis at the border. But it just shows a huge ignorance and a lack of understanding of history at the border, right? You can go right back to the last administration and see the crisis with the unaccompanied minor crisis. And you can see what contributed to that. And it's policies and it's statements like this that allow for these plazas and cartels to move people to the border. That creates more of exactly what she says that she wants to prevent. I mean, Fareed Zakaria on CNN actually said the president is right about asylum laws and tightening that up. It's up 240% of people trying to claim asylum from 2014. That asylum is, as you guys very well know, it is a small amount of people who actually qualify for asylum. But you're seeing this massive increase because you're having statements, because you're having policies put forth by Democrats and folks like Representative Tlaib that's contributing to this humanitarian crisis.
Yeah, we saw AOC last week say that these facilities on the border are like concentration camps, or maybe it was the week before, but she said that recently. And then when Congresswoman Tlaib was asked about it on the Sunday shows, she said, yes, I agree with her. All right, you came on this morning to react to this story, but also because you have a big announcement.
I do. Well, listen, we have a history of me coming up here, of course, at Fox and Friends. I've always appreciated being with you guys. You guys are fantastic and Patriots. And, you know, as I walk around Virginia and talk to people in grocery stores and gas stations and beaches, there's a hunger for a leadership change in Virginia. We have a leadership crisis in Virginia. And, we need Washington's broken. We need a fresh start in the Senate. And today I'm announcing that I'm going to be running to be the next United States Senator from Virginia.
Very cool. By the way, congratulations. That's a big step. You've had the job in the House. Now you want to have the job in the Senate. Who might you run against? Are there Republican opponents out there?
I think we know the Democrat.
You know the Democrat. So, I'm a term limit guy. 12 years is enough. Senator Warner's been there for 12 years. The New York Times actually has this quote because they thought that he was going to break this news, this illusion of Russia collusion. Of course, when he used the platform of the intelligence community, he's privy to information that were not classified information, and telling the American public and telling Virginians that there was collusion and traitorous activity by the president. Of course, there is not. The president, there was no collusion. So I think 12 years is enough. And the New York Times said it best when they said that Senator Warner has been slogging through the Senate with no signature achievements in 12 years. Perhaps this job is not for you.
I saw a recent poll of people, and they said one of the main things that they are disappointed with Congress, the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, is the fact that nobody's getting along. Nobody's getting anything done because everybody hates each other. How are you going to fix that?
I think it's a fantastic question. Look, when I was there, we got, less than 3% of bills that are introduced into Congress become law. We passed 2 of them in 2 years to help bring accountability to the Veterans Affairs and also at the highest levels, and also passed the Ashanti Alert Act, which will save lives across the country. And every single bill that I introduced had a Democrat co-sponsor. So we actively work across the aisle to bring people together and get things done, which is exactly why the Virginians sent me there in the first place, and exactly why they're going to send me to the Senate.
Why do you want this job?
Because I want to help people, I want to solve problems, and have a seat at the table to move this country in the proper direction.
And what's that race going to look like? How tight is it in Virginia?
It's going to be tight. There's no question. We are underdogs. There's no question. But I can tell you that, as you very well know, we the people have been taking left hooks for years and years and years. And we might hit the canvas, but we're going to get back up, dust our knees off, and move forward. It's going to be a tight race. We're going to need all the help that we can get from everybody across the United States because it affects you. And we're certainly asking for your help.
It's true. Every Senate race in this country has an impact on every America. There's no doubt about that.
All right. Scott, congratulations. Thanks for announcing on our program.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.